Thanks to the support as a channel member, Todd Thomas. We're top of League 2, FA Cup second round game away against non-league opposition. What more could we want? All is good here in Kettering at the moment. Hello and welcome to part 24 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we are away against Chesterfield in the FA Cup second round. We also have a league game at home against Rochdale. Since you were last with me, we have been on a little bit of a winning streak. And weirdly, it's been a winning streak that hasn't involved Slavy Spasov, who went away for international duty, came back tired, and we've not played him since. So we're winning games, and he's only played one of the last 5. We've won all 5 of them. We don't need Spasov anymore. We aren't actually scoring goals for fun anymore, but still, we are top of the league with a game in hand as well. 19 games played, 40 points on the board. Stevenage 1 point behind us, but we've got a game in hand over them, and Wimbledon are 3 points behind us. We are looking good at the moment. All importantly, 6 points ahead of local rivals and ground sharing landlords, Northampton, with a game in hand over them as well. Spasov is still second top scorer in the division. And I've actually finally added XG to my squad view, which when adding this on, I realised just how good Spasov is, because the majority of the attacking players you can see are scoring just slightly above their XG, which is good for all of them. I mean, Terrell Whitaker, an XG of 4.75, he scored 6 goals. That's really good. Slavy Spasov, an XG of 9.58, he scored 18 goals off of that XG. He's scoring almost 2 goals for every 1 expected goal. That is ridiculous. 18 goals from 16 games and massively bettering his XG whilst being a full international for Bulgaria. Shows just how good he is. He's a ridiculous man. But today he's not going to play because there's no point playing a man who is still tired against, or he's not, he's fully fit now, but it's a league, it's an FA Cup game against Chesterfield. Chesterfield are top of the conference. So, you know, they're not easy opposition. They're top and well clear. They will be looking at this as a home game thinking, we can beat this lot. We're in good form. We've got momentum, all that kind of stuff. But we're also in good form with momentum and all that good stuff, top of our league. So hopefully the league advantage goes in our favour. And, of course, we were in the same division as them last year and we're better than them. So on that basis, I'd like to think we should be able to beat them, get ourselves into the third round of the FA Cup, and hopefully add some more pennies to our ever-growing coffers as we look to prepare for life in our new stadium, hopefully with a 7-figure bank balance. What more could... I'll be buying another new house at this rate. We've got Brzezowski in goal, a back four of Dodgson, Mayunga, Gilchrist and Fox, Benson and Hill in central midfield, Mackay, Breckin and Roos supporting Whitaker up front. Let's get started. Let's head to Chesterfield. My first ever away game in real life was Chesterfield. Just a little bit of Kev info there for you if that ever comes up in a pub quiz. Now you know. First away game I ever went to. Chesterfield versus Peterborough. Towards the end of the 1990-91 season, where we had to go there and get a draw to secure promotion from the 4th division. We got the draw. We got promoted. Much fun was had by all. We had chips on the way home. What a day for 8-year-old Kev. He had a lovely time. Right. Let's hope today is as lovely a time as that day. I don't remember all these seats there when I went. I remember standing on a terrace with no roof on. I've not been to Chesterfield since, so I don't know if they've got rid of the terrace and or put a roof on the bit the away fans were standing on one side of the ground back towards the goal. But it was a lovely away day. My first one, first of many. Lovely time. Breckin back to Fox to Hill across to Benson. We've got a huge amount of space with Dodgson on this left-hand side, and we eventually do find him. He hits the crossover. Whitaker's there, and Whitaker scores. A 7th goal of the season for him. He's continuing to improve his goal return against his XG. And you know what? If he carries on scoring as well as he is, considering he's our player, it does raise the question whether or not we need to break the bank to bring Slavy Spasov in, because... yeah, he'll score. He's better than Whitaker. I will acknowledge he's better than Whitaker. But if Whitaker's good enough and he's scoring lots of goals as well, and he's our player, and we can afford him comfortably, Do we need a better player, or is a good enough player good enough? Good sentencing, Kev. You're very good at this Englishing, lark. Right, Chesterfield, I've got a break on here down the left-hand side. We need to deal with it. Fox hasn't, really. Rather than kicking the football, he's taken a strange decision just to kick the legs of the opposition player, leading to a penalty, which Brzezowski, hopefully, is going to be able to deal with. And he doesn't need to, because it's been hit miles wide. Goodness me, that nearly hit the wonky spire. It was so far wide. There you go. Chesterfield knowledge. I remember they're the Spirites, aren't they? Because they've got a wonky spire. I forget now. Is it twisted or leaning? I think it's twisted. Talk to me in the comments about the spire on the church in Chesterfield. I mean, this is really niche. What is Chesterfield? Nottinghamshire or Yorkshire? I feel like it might be Yorkshire. This is niche knowledge anyway. But again, you can let me know what county Chesterfield is. It might be Nottinghamshire, actually. Mansfield's Nottinghamshire, isn't it? And Chesterfield's the next one along. I need to know now. I might have to look it up. I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to rely on you lot to let me know down in the comments. If that's not what the comments section is for, then I don't understand what the comments section is for. It's basically my own personal Google. I certainly I much prefer you fact-checking me and telling me, answering my questions in there, than moaning at me about players that I'm not playing. It's much more fun this way. So, what county's Chesterfield in? What's wrong with the spire? There you go. Get yourselves back on Wikipedia. Kev's facts of the day. It's the laziest fact of the day thing ever. My fact of the day feature is you have to give me facts that I'm not quite sure on. I don't have to do any research. I just have to come up with some. This might be a regular thing. Fact of the day. Love it. Whittaker into Mackay. Mackay makes it 1-0 still because it's disallowed. Apparently it's offside. Mackay's getting better and better as he starts to settle into this team, by the way. See, that's onside. That's definitely onside. The longer Mackay plays in the team, the more settled in he's getting and the better he's starting to look. He's an assist machine and he's getting involved in lots and lots of attacks now. And I am liking the look of this new look attack. And it's just weird to me that the new look attack doesn't currently have Spasov in it. I imagine we'll fit him back in probably for the next game. But for now, I'm enjoying proving that we don't necessarily need him. Mackay plays it back to Hill. Hill out to Dodgson, who again is getting a lot of space on this left-hand side. Plays it into Mackay. Mackay cuts it back to Breckin, who's picked up a knock, actually. We probably need to deal with that. But in the meantime, let's celebrate Terrell Whittaker scoring goal number 8 for the season. As simple as you like tapping from the shot from Breckin that's into the post. I'm sure I've turned on behind the goal replays. I keep doing it and it keeps going back to director replays. I like a replay from behind the goal. So Breckin with the shot off the post. Whittaker's there to tuck it away. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's get Breckin off. He's got an injury, a potential lower leg injury. So we're going to bring Alfie Payne on for him. Benson can go and play in the more attacking role. We may as well make that change as well while we're here. In fact, you know what? Should we do? It's only the FA Cup. Should we do a triple change? Should we take off Hill as well and bring on Ryan Finnegan in central midfield to play alongside Alfie Payne? We'll play him that way around. Finnegan's better off as the playmaker. Payne can do anything in midfield. Finnegan's a little bit fussier. Can we do a 4th sub? I bet we can't. But see, I've done this before and it cancels the subs that I've made. I hope that's not what's just happened. It looks like Finnegan and Payne are on, so I don't think I've cancelled anything. Right, Fox playing it forward to Whittaker, who is on a hat-trick as he tries to... do we have to keep him in until he stops scoring every game? It's a difficult one. I'm not sure whether to bring Spasov back in. Spasov obviously is a special player, but Whittaker's done nothing to deserve being dropped for the next game. He's scoring at more than a goal a game himself. It just seems a little bit harsh to drop him. We'll have to convince him he's being rotated. I need to have a ponder about what I need to do for the next game. What I need is one of them to get like a 2-day bruised ankle or something. They're fit enough to be on the bench and come on if they need to, but it makes it clear which one of them has to start and I don't have to make a decision. That's what we're hoping for. Alfie Payne's just scored a lovely goal there. Alfie Payne just scores in the big games. He scored against Northampton in the last episode. Now he's scoring the goal that effectively secures our spot in the 3rd round of the FA Cup and hopefully a big money tie. This is where we want a big away game against a Premier League side so that we can earn a big pile of cash from it And not only that, put me in the shop window a little bit. If we can get a game that's interesting enough to get us on the telly that we can then go and play well in, that's the sort of game that might attract the attention of some bigger clubs who might start glancing in my direction. But that is us into the third round of the FA Cup. Breckin, see, that's the kind of injury we needed Whittaker or Spasov to get. We've got another 56k coming into the bank, so bank balance is steadily going up very nicely again. Mayunga is tired now, so he can have a little bit of a rest in the next game. And we should, any moment now, have the FA Cup third round draw. Here we go then, FA Cup third round draw. All the big teams are in. This is where we want a big money spinning away game against Premier League opposition. We don't care who, as long as they're a big team that get big crowds. Newcastle and Man City have already gone. Everton would have been fine. Leicester would have been fun. Watford, see, we're not interested in Watford because you're not going to get a big crowd there. We're at home. Right, now we're at home. That changes everything. Now we want a non-league team or a League Two team that we can beat and get ourselves into the fourth round. And we have... Manchester United. Do you reckon we can steal a draw and go back to Old Trafford? If that had been the other way around, that would have been the perfect draw. That would have been like a £800,000 game if it had been the other way around. As it is, surely that goes on the telly. And you never know. They might stick the reserves out. We might get a draw and go back to their place. Either way, we're gonna fill the Subbuteo Stadium in Northampton like nobody ever has before. Manchester United, eh? Ooh, what a draw! Has it been announced for telly yet? If that's got to be on the telly. Where is it? Why can't I see it? It said fixtures had been rearranged, but I can't actually see it anywhere. Let's hit continue again. Show me the fixtures. There it is. So that's obviously going to be tomorrow's video. New Year's Eve. Oh, we've got to play Manchester United on New Year's Eve. Northampton is going to be a mess. New Year's Eve 2022. It's Kettering against Northampton at Sixfields, and then everyone's going straight out afterwards. Do not go near Northampton. New Year's Eve 2022. Disaster zone. Of course, what I'm expecting now is that our form is just going to collapse because there's a big game on the horizon, and there's a lot of matches between now and then, but we've all been here before in Football Manager, I think, where you get a big game and form just disappears. So we might have quite a tricky 7 or 8 game period in the league ahead of us leading into that Manchester United game. Hopefully it won't happen. I suspect it will, though. We've made quite a few changes to the team as well. And now we're back in the league. So we're going with Brzezowski in goal, who I think is quite tall, 6'3". See, it said that I was looking at the stats. I was properly looking at the stats for the team. And our average goalkeeper height is 6'5". So that means Vitek's 6'6". How much fun would he be at corners? It's almost worth bringing him back in the team. But Brzezowski's our goalkeeper. He's done nothing wrong. So Brzezowski in goal, a back four of Dodgson, Bennett, Gilchrist and Skinner. Payne and Hill in midfield, McKendy, Finnegan and Stanley behind Spasov, who has come back in up front with Terrell Whittaker dropping down to the bench, probably feeling a little bit hard done by, but he's got Spasov ahead of him. What am I supposed to do? I'm resting you, Terrell. Don't worry. You're just having a look. I'm going to be rotating from now on. I'm going to be playing the man who scores all the goals, and he scores more of the goals. Perhaps I need to go to 2 up top. Switching the system is probably a bad idea when we're already worried about form maybe collapsing. I think we've picked up an injury there early on. Was it Gilchrist has picked up a knock? Who is it who's injured? Skinner is injured. He's got a pulled groin. We're going to have to deal with that, aren't we? Right. Skinner has a pulled groin. We don't have a right back on the bench. My assistant manager was recommending Luke Chambers to come on and play right back. I mean, my theory is, as a left back, he should definitely be able to. Longalo is the other option. Why have we got 2 left backs on the bench? Who picks this stupid bench? Right, Chambers will come on. And he's only played once for us before, and now he's got to come on and play at right back, even though he's a left-only player. Like I say, you should be able to play on both sides. If you're a fullback, it's the same job on both sides of the pitch. You just have to use your other foot. The one, he might not be able to cross as fluently as he could before, but that's fine. You've got Connor Stanley ahead of you. Just give it to him. He'll cross for you. Bennett is very close to bundling that over the line there. It's come back to Alfie Payne, who crosses it back over again. McKendy's in. Hits the post. Oh, McKendy, it was easier for you to score than miss there. I guess it was a relatively tight angle, but still, Alfie Payne with another corner. This time doesn't find a Kettering shirt. It's back with Payne. This is a very strange camera angle. Can we go to a normal one, please? McKendy has a shot, and it's tipped over the bar by the Rochdale goalkeeper, and we've got another corner. And it's going to be Payne again. This time an outswinger from the other side. I don't like these weird angles for corners. I still haven't found a camera angle I'm fully happy with in FM21. I'm going to try TV view again because I know a few people are using TV view. I just don't really like it. But we'll try TV view. Maybe we have to adjust the zoom and the height of it, maybe. I don't know. We need to have a play around with the screen open. I've got my behind goal replays sorted now. The director view is good when it's good, but then it makes some weird choices sometimes, like we were seeing for those corners. No one wants to watch a corner from that angle. It's a stupid angle. You don't watch a corner from that angle on the telly, do you? This is our form collapsing, by the way. Remember when we used to score goals? Gilchrist is now struggling and wants to come off. What's he struggling with? What's the matter with him? He's shattered. What's happened to him? He's going to have to come off for Longalo, who can play... No, Dodgson can play centre-back. So we'll just swap those two around, I guess. And Spasov's been terrible. We're bringing Whittaker on. Only an hour gone and Whittaker's on. That's how upset with Spasov I am. There's your confidence boost for Whittaker. We're going to demand more. Whittaker might be my man now. Spasov's had his chance and blown it. Are we not going to get... I've changed to TV view and we're now not going to get a single highlight for me to work out if I like it or not. This is absurd. Hello, football manager. We're here. No. Just nothing. We're all saving ourselves from Manchester United already. This is going to be a long 6, 7, 8 game run while everybody tries to protect their precious ankles so they're not injured for the Manchester United game. How is Spasov tired again? I'm fed up with this boy. I'm done with him. A little jaded could do with a rest. He's played 62 minutes in a month and he's a little jaded and could do with a rest. I could do more than 62 minutes in a month and not need a rest. Good. I'd have to spread it out a couple of minutes a day, but still, I don't think I'd need much of a rest. I wouldn't need to go on holiday. Manchester United tomorrow, though, so that'll be fun. Get an absolute pasting. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.